Hello, my dear students. I am Harleen Kaur. I hope you all are fine. In this hard time, we are going to start a new way of teaching. I hope you will enjoy this method of learning. Today, we are going to start Chapter 1 of Class 8th, The Best Christmas Present in the World, written by Michael Moore-Pargo. Yes, students, kindly hold a pen and notebook to write down key points for your better understanding. So, this story is one of the Moore-Pargo stories with the backdrop of World War I. As we all know that World War I or the Great War was a global war originating in Europe that lasted from 1914 to 1918. Above all, I would like to discuss the goals and objectives of this chapter. It is the story based on the World War I and it highlights the peaceful celebration of Christmas between enemy armies, British and German. Moreover, it emphasizes the importance of peace, which is free from the feelings of hatred, anger, and rivalry. It also describes affection of a wife, Connie, towards her husband, Jim, who is out for a war. In this chapter, you will understand the values of wisdom and truthfulness, and you will come to know the usage of past tense. I hope goals and objectives have been clear to you. Now, let us discuss the theme and characters of this story through this mind map. See, if we talk about war, do you know what happened in the war? Yes, of course. War brings death, sadness, and humiliation around the world. No one wants war to happen. Nobody likes war. Soldiers too are human beings and don't want fights among the race. One should try to find out other sources and solutions to solve differences between two nations instead of wars. The major themes of this chapter are universal bonhomie. Bonhomie means friendliness and importance of keeping faith and hope. After discussing the themes, let us discuss the major characters of the story. The major characters of the story includes the narrator, Jim McPherson, an English soldier, who is the major character. He is the leader of English troop as well as he is brave, courageous, caring and loving. The next character is Connie McPherson, who is 101 years old lady. She is the wife of Jim and she has an extreme love for her husband. She spent her whole life in a belief that her husband will come back from war. And the last character, Hans Wolf, who is the German soldier. He is friendly and worked in an orchestra before the war. Now let me give you the brief introduction about the story that we are going to start. In this story, the narrator buys the 19th century desk and finds a letter in it written by an English soldier, Jim McPherson, to his wife, Connie. Through this letter, Jim describes his experiences at the war camp to his wife. So, The entire chapter revolves around the letter and how the narrator handed it over to Connie. So, what do you think? The letter is the best Christmas present for Connie or the mistaken identity of the visitor? Now, this story is sectioned into 3 parts. Let us proceed the first part of the story from the textbook. The best Christmas present in the world. So before starting this chapter, they have given us some important dates or periods of time. And the first part of this chapter starts from I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridgeport. Here, I refer to the narrator. Spotted it means saw it or found it. Here in the first part of this chapter, we can see that the author visited a junk shop in Bridgeport. He had spotted a roll-top desk and he wanted to buy it. But the shopkeeper informed him that the roll-top was from the early 19th century and made of oak. But the roll-top desk was not in a very good condition. One of its legs is clumsily mended. Clumsily means awkwardly, and scotch marks are also there on one side of the desk. Since it was cheap, so the author decided to buy it and get it repaired. He began working on it on Christmas Eve. Then he removed the roll top and tried hard to pull out the drawer. It had suffered much damage due to fire and water. The drawer was jammed, so he hit it hard with his fist and pulled it out. He found a secret drawer underneath. Underneath means below. He took out a small tin box. There was a note on it that said, Jim's last letter received January 25, 1915. The letter writer also wished to put it in her grave. Actually, it is certainly a bad habit to read someone's letter, but out of curiosity, he opened the box. Inside it, he found an envelope with the address Mrs. Jim McPherson, 12 Copper Beeches, Bridgeport, Dorset. The letter was dated December 26, 1914. So, I hope the first part is cleared to all of you, and I will be discussing comprehension check question answers in the next video. I hope you liked this video, and I will be back with more about Jim and Connie in the upcoming videos. Students, remain indoors, remain safe and protected. Thank you.